Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Wild Arms. In the last episode, we took a grand tour of Adelheid and ended up making our way through a good portion of Lolithia's tomb to the point where we are here. Now in essence, we're going to go in and finish the tomb. We don't have too much left, but there is still some stuff that we need to take care of before we finish up, like that. So let's move over here and see if we can find a switch for it. And I believe it is... Alright, just a ape loss and some rat monkeys, and Jack ended up joining the level 5 club, so first entry into that. Now in essence, just to get at this treasure, we just push these boxes aside so that we can clear a path so we can actually get to it. Not really too hard. And then follow the same way for the other stuff over here. If I can get to it, there we go. And pretty easy. Now I'm gonna go south. Okay, there we go, there was a switch. And I'm gonna move over here to get this treasure. Okay, a couple more ape losses, and the other two party members joined the level 5 club, so we're moving up pretty quickly here. Now that we've done all that, we can go in and hit the crest graph door here, and I believe we've got some treasure waiting for us. I don't quite recall offhand. So we head downstairs, and we have ourselves a sign here. On the devil's back, dark wings and a secret. On the other side of the door sleeps a great power, the tomb of perpetual sleep. Alright, so we may not have treasure, but we've got information at least. So just go ahead, dash down here, and we can go down the ladder and make our way further in. Alright, just some Tatzelbelms there, so not really much to write home about. But just head up this way, and we're going to go a little bit further into the dungeon, where we find a devil. And of course, as we just mentioned, or as we just saw on the sign, go ahead and hit the switch on the back of the devil, and we have our puzzle. All this really is just basically push the blocks into their respective corners, and you're pretty much good to go. I mean, it's certainly nothing that's going to demand any strenuous extension of brain power unless I push it too far and miss my target. But not too much really, and just go ahead, push that over, and the blocks disappear, and we get ourselves a magically generating staircase. Now before you go too far on here, actually before you go up to those doors, you'll want to go ahead and heal, because we have ourselves a, well, it's not so much a surprise anymore I guess, but we have ourselves a little bit of a surprise waiting for us as we open the door. Sealed by magic. Well, unless you're Cecilia, then you can open it up. And we get knocked backwards by another really lovely boss there. Welcome to the Magtortus. I believe this was supposed to be Magic Tortoise, but for whatever reason there weren't enough characters to fit the name in, and then whoever translated the game, well, translated it like that. So anyway, let's just go to work. Now, with this one, I'm going to be a little bit more liberal with the hand cannon. I haven't used it actually any in this dungeon yet, but given that it's the boss, you know, it's always a good idea to go ahead and get things started. Kind of use everything you've got in your arsenal to take care of this guy. Now, you'll want to definitely keep on top of your healing and your protect, especially with Cecilia, because as we'll see in a minute, this guy can hit pretty hard. Like so. I mean, it's nothing that Rudy can't stand, but it is almost a third of his HP, so definitely be careful in regards to what you're doing with that. Basically, just keep plugging away with Jack in regards to the Psycho Crack, which is the only fast draw skill he has right now. And then keep plugging away with Rudy's hand cannon. And it's usually a good idea to use Cecilia first off to try to protect your characters as long as you can. At this point though, I'm going to need to go ahead and heal Rudy because that EM laser really about got the best of him. Now, you can go about the healing in a couple of ways. You can either do Cure, which of course is a perfectly acceptable notion, or you can go ahead and do Mystic with Healberry, which is what I'm going to do, because I can go ahead and get everybody healed up at once. Unfortunately, we're not at the point in the game where we can actually try to modify our speed or try to decrease the boss's speed. So in essence, if you're doing any healing like this, it's in essence a dice roll as far as whether you do it before he acts or after he acts. Fortunately, as you notice, we did it before he acted, so shame on me for not using lock-on with hand cannon also. So the healing ended up working out pretty well. Now, Jack's really not going to need to use the accelerator, I don't think, because he's already the first actor in battle. There are some battles where it will be necessary, but not a whole lot of them right now. I'm going to go ahead and round off the posse as far as protect goes, and then I'll start using Cecilia in a little bit more of an attacking capacity if I can. But now that I've got a round of protect on them, Cecilia's main duty of healing, I think, will be made a little bit easier, although her attack, or the attack against her there, might end up changing that a bit. Alright, basically I'm at a point where I can just keep using lock-on with Rudy, and so I'm going to stick to that. And I think I'll try an attack turn with Cecilia and hope it doesn't work out too badly. But in essence, this is pretty much the gist of it. I mean, this is the first major boss fight with the whole party, so you've got a little bit more in regards to hardware and power that you can throw at whatever you're facing. Now, that doesn't necessarily make it any easier, but it does at least give some impetus to trying to take things out as they come, instead of having to play a little bit more of a defensive game. Alright, let's see. Keep going with this. And the fire did a pretty decent amount, but I think I'm going to do another healing turn or two just to keep things from getting too out of hand. I don't believe that the boss has too much left in him. I've been looking up the regular monster stats for those wanted posters, but I've not really been doing it for the bosses. Just, well, one, because I don't want to really be spoilery with that, and two, it wouldn't have helped anyway, because if you use Analyze or Scan on the monsters, the boss monsters, it's not really going to tell you anything. It's going to keep you in the dark in regards to HP, MP, and any potential enemy weaknesses. So it really doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of good anyway in regards to what you could do with getting information on the bosses. Alrighty, come on, I know you're close. You're just waiting to die, just waiting for the right shot, and then the mag tortoise is going to basically go up in a nice ball of whatever it'll go up in, ball of flames, I guess. Alright, so I would think we're probably maybe 1 or 2 turns away. Another reason I'm keeping Jack in the force status is because it does affect that attack and defense for each of the characters. So if you don't have force skills to really use, you're probably better off keeping them with 3 or 4 force points anyway. Alright, come on. Barbecue the mag tortoise. Barbecue him. Ah, man. Here I thought we were almost done. But now it looks like it's mystic time with Cecilia, because that's going to about take out, well, all 3 of them, really. Especially Cecilia and Rudy. Ah, good, we got him. Alright. We have defeated the Mag Tortoise, the first major boss battle with all 3 characters. So, sweet. Let's see what we get. 120 experience, which bumps Rudy up a level, and Jack, but not Cecilia, darn it. And pretty decent amount of money. Okay, so, really, I'm just going to go ahead and heal just in case, although there's not really anything else coming. Just go ahead and head in here, and let's see, yeah, you can pick up the treasure chest before you meet that thing in the middle. So let's go ahead and grab those things. Hey, there we go. And then go to the middle and holy crap. What? That's the golem. The same golem written about in the legend? Probably. In the ancient days when Fulgaia was surrounded by forests, it was said that there were 8 weapons of the ancient giants. They were sealed away in some secret place after they nearly destroyed the world. Some of these weapons were found in ruins in this area. I had no idea that a golem was hidden near Adelheid. Yeah, we didn't either, really. I mean, I guess it sort of stands to reason why it's called Lolithia's tomb, though. I wonder if the power in this tomb is different from the power that I've been seeking all this time. I guess that was a question, sorry. The power we felt here is probably the golem. Yeah, no kidding. Jeez! How am I supposed to use this? It's huge! I can barely lift it! You can barely lift it? Dude, it's about 100 times your size. You can't lift a thing. Anyway, he's mad. Yeah, I agree, Handpan, as my voice cracked like crazy. Let's get this over with. There's nothing here for me. Ah, liar. We must notify the professor about the golem. Yep. So, we get to head back all by our lonesome, but since we don't have teleport yet, we can't just magically warp to the beginning of the dungeon. So we gotta go back there manually, but I don't want to put you guys through that. So give me just a moment and I will see you guys at the beginning of the ruins. Alright, it actually wasn't that long of a journey. It was a little bit shorter than I thought it would be. A couple things I'll mention before we move on is Cecilia joined the level 6 club in the second of the battles that I fought. And I also missed a Hardy Apple on the way back. Well, I got it on the way back. I missed it on the way there. And I'll go ahead and post a screenshot of where I found it on the top corner so you can see it there. Alright, so here's Emma. What's up, Emma? Really? The golem truly exists! Then I was right in picking this site. I'm a genius! Oh, you guys are great too. We can't just sit around here. We must excavate it now! Take some of my crew with you to the site where you found the golem. I'm counting on you. So she leaves. She's kind of bossy. Yeah, no kidding. She leaves, and fortunately, we don't have to go back there again. We just pop up, and there we are. And there comes Emma in I guess a winch. I don't know. Okay, let's pull it up. You won't break it. Got it. Up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. And Emma, of course, being a good manager, is just standing around there watching the proceedings. So, looks like we've got everything ready to go. And then, of course, now, I'm curious how that happens, where she's going up and the golem's going up at the same time, but whatever. Not a big deal. So, wowee, they had quite the setup there at the top. I guess they knew the golem was there already, they just hadn't been able to get to it. I don't know. It's a pleasant surprise that my Emma motor was effective here. Gee, not very cocky, are you? Thanks to you and my Emma motor, we were able to pull her out. Yes, this is Lolithia, one of the 8 golems. Isn't it cute? This thing is unbreakable. It's still in mint condition and it's completely dormant. The reward of 500 Gela will be ready for you, but you must come by tomorrow. I'll be too busy preparing for the festival today. Oh, okay, if you insist. So, let's go ahead and whistle our way back down to Adelheid. We'll get our money tomorrow. After that, I'll go on to the next ruin with Handpan. We're parting so soon? It's the life of a dream chaser, you know. Let's get back to the inn. The festival starts tomorrow. But we've got something to take care of first. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take care of those crest crafts we got. Yeah, okay. So let's get ourselves a white spell. And let's see, which one am I going to get for this one? I don't know, really. That's speed. I don't really need that. Parry rate, evil, magic resistance. I think I'll get that one next. So, yes. Alright, so we get, and I'm not going to call it protect. No. I'm going to call this one, in good Final Fantasy fashion, shell. Alrighty. And then let's make ourselves a black spell. We've got fire already, wind, water. Okay, let's go with that one. Because you've noticed I put up some of the enemy graphics. A couple of the enemies in Lolithia's tomb had water, or what I'm going to rename ice as their weakness. So I'm going to head and pick that one up. Alrighty, so that's pretty much all we need to do. So let's go ahead and make our way to the inn and get everything stocked up. Get our arm refilled. Yep. Alright. And then I don't think there's anything new in regards to stuff, but let's go ahead and check anyway. Let's see. Okay, yeah, well, I guess we can go ahead and afford some of this new stuff now. We've already got all this stuff for Cecilia, but let's go ahead and buy the stuff for the rest of these guys. And you can go ahead and automatically equip them in the purchase menu, which is really nice. Alright, and so that's pretty much going to get us set up, I think. Yeah, okay. If I do any selling, I'll probably sell stuff off camera just so I don't have to bore you guys with that. So let's go ahead and take ourselves a rest and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll go to the festival together. But I have to get going now. Gee, I wonder why, Princess. I have no idea why I was summoned to the North Ruin, but I'm glad to know I was of some help. After I go, I might not be able to travel with you, but I will never forget our adventure. I hope you guys will treat me the same way I've treated you. Alright, see you later, Cecilia. Alright, marching officially into the castle now, I guess. The morning of the festival has arrived. And we get the sleeping music. Hooray! Alright, so we've got much more upbeat and sprightly music. Yay! Alrighty, so everybody's all excited. Not just in the north, yeah, okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, there are 8 golems and they're kind of all over the place. So before I go into the festival proper, actually, I think I'm going to not update the arm yet. I was thinking I was going to, but I want to save some of this money. Okay, so let's go ahead and head into the festival grounds because we've been everywhere else. And now, unlike the other time we were there, the festival is pretty much ready to go. So we can just go ahead and head in here. And what I'm going to do first is collect my money from Emma, if I can find the woman. Where are you, Emma? There you are. All right. Because of you guys, we made it on time. Here's the payment. Yay! Money, money, money. Take it easy. There's a lot to see here. I'm sure you'll see something that interests you. Okay, well, let's see what there is to see here. Black boxes, okay. But really what we want to focus on is the golems. Diablo, very powerful golem. A flamethrower for close combat. Tough but agile armor. Good hand-to-hand abilities, nicknamed the Crimson Wind. Arctica, which of course we haven't seen yet. And really big and really heavy, suffice to say. Now, we have Barbados. The weapon on its shoulders is a fire device. Hard armor reminds one of some indestructible fortress. Ocean of sand, and really big, really heavy. Then, of course, we have the cap of it all, Lolithia. This golem is known as the Ice Queen. In ancient legends, it froze the enemy demons to death. Near Adelheid, yep. Okay, there are a couple things I want to show you before we leave off for this episode. First off, come to this person right here. Buy flowers. Now, what you'll get with this is the small flower, and I'll go ahead and show you what it does. You go over here, and you open it up. This actually will increase your character's luck. So if you're really wanting to get the most out of this game that you can, I would recommend that you go ahead and buy 99 of these now. This is not the only place you can get them, but this is basically the, well, I wouldn't say the easiest place because they're both pretty easy, but this is the only place you're going to be able to get them for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of these, and I'm going to cut back, and I will see you guys in just a moment. Okay, now we have 99 small flowers, as you can see here, and I've already boosted the luck of Rudy and Jack to its best rating, so we're pretty much good to go. Alright, now, moving on, We've got a couple of games that we can play here while we're at the Civilization Festival. First of them, and I don't recommend you playing this, but I'll show it to you anyway, Strike Ball. No, we don't want to hear the rules. Basically what you need to do, 30 Gela, that's not really worth the money, but what you need to do is you get the ball here, and in essence, pick it up and position yourself to throw it at the target. All you really have to do is just figure out where you want to throw it from and just toss it over, and it'll land in a random spot. I actually got a decent prize for that one. Most of the time though, it's so random, it's really not worth your money to try to do it, but you can get some halfway decent prizes if you do this. The next game, I'm going to actually go over this direction here, and the next game we have to play isn't really so much a game per se that would actually give you any sort of prize, but all you really need to do is just run through, and it's basically just a race, to try to race against yourself and see how well you end up doing. There we go, dash. And try not to run into stuff, which you've seen I'm not that great at, but just go through here and try to make your way through the region and get yourself to the finish line, and there you go. 9.9 seconds, okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, Rudy! And we can put our scores up there. Now, you don't get anything for playing this, you don't get any prizes or anything like that, but yeah, you can just do that if you want to kill a little bit of time and have some fun. This is a game where you can really get some good stuff if you want to invest some money in it. Lucky Mole Catching. Bring luck to your otherwise normal life. Nah. Okay, basically it's the most expensive game you can play, and in essence what you're going to be doing is you come over here and the moles are going to come out of the ground. You got to try to grab them. Now, I'm not that great at this, so this may be an exercise in complete futility, but yeah, we'll give it a shot anyway. And you see the timer's running down there in the bottom corner to... yeah. And if you're able to get a certain amount of moles by the time that time runs out, then you're going to be... the more moles you get, basically, the better prize you're going to pick up. These things are really irritating. So you probably want to stay in the center there just to be close to where most of them are going to spawn out. And then we're finished. We got 11 of them, which is okay. We got a bullet clip. Yay. And I'll probably go ahead and list the prizes that you can pick up in this minigame. If you're going to do any of them at this Ruins Festival, I would highly recommend you do this one as opposed to the other two, because the other two either get you very little or nothing at all. Alright, so move on through here, and you can do this in essence as long as you've got money, but to forward the plot, what you need to do is go up through here and talk to these folks right there. Please help this woman, she's deeply distressed. My son is missing, he just disappeared into the crowd. Please, can you help look for him? He may be in trouble. I'm going to stay here so I don't miss him on this road. If you see him, please bring him back to me. He has a red balloon. Please! And that may be the worst voice imitation I've ever done, but anyway. If you're going to forward the plot through, you need to talk to them, because then that will end up spawning the kid with the red balloon. So move back through into Adelheid. If you want to, of course, keep playing games, obviously, that's your prerogative. But move back here into Adelheid proper, and you'll find, if we look around a little bit, the boy with the red balloon is somewhere in this neck of the woods. I think he's a little further south, actually. So let's see. No, he's not. Okay. Up, 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 and away. Ow. Alright, where are you, kid? Alright, well, seem to have trouble finding. There he is. Okay, there's the kid. Now, be sure that you are done with everything you want to do in the Ruins Festival before you talk to the kid, because once you talk to the kid, there's no going back. So next time on Wild Arms, we're going to talk to the kid and see what in the world is about to happen. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see y'all later.